Simply Explained. Words Matter. A 5-part series for quick learning on the go, or a lesson to put you to sleep. Words Matter. Episode 4, Racy Words. The impact of wording on race relations in America. Language plays a pivotal role in shaping societal attitudes and perceptions, and this is particularly evident in the context of race relations in America. The words we use to describe racial issues, the framing of narratives, and the rhetoric employed by public figures can significantly influence how people think about race, perpetuate stereotypes, or promote understanding and equality. This essay explores how wording impacts race relations in America, focusing on media representation, political discourse, and everyday language. Media representation. The media is a powerful influencer of public opinion, and the way it represents racial issues can either perpetuate stereotypes or challenge them. For instance, the use of certain terms and phrases can reinforce negative stereotypes about racial and ethnic groups. Terms like thug or criminal, when used to describe people of color, particularly in the context of protests or social unrest, can contribute to a narrative that portrays these individuals as inherently violent or dangerous. Conversely, inclusive and respectful language can promote a more nuanced understanding of racial issues. For example, using terms like unarmed or peaceful protester when describing individuals involved in racial justice movements can humanize them and challenge stereotypes. Media outlets that prioritize accurate and respectful reporting can play a crucial role in shaping public perceptions and fostering empathy. Political discourse. Political discourse often sets the tone for national conversations about race. The language used by politicians can either inflame racial tensions or promote unity and understanding. For example, the use of dog whistle politics, where coded language is used to appeal to racial biases without explicitly mentioning race, can perpetuate harmful stereotypes and divide communities. Phrases like law and order or inner-city crime can be interpreted as coded language for racial issues, appealing to voters' fears and prejudices. On the other hand, politicians who use inclusive and empathetic language can help bridge racial divides. For instance, President Barack Obama's speeches often emphasize themes of unity, empathy, and shared humanity. His use of language that acknowledged the struggles of marginalized communities while also emphasizing common goals and values helped to foster a more inclusive national dialogue. Everyday language. Everyday language also plays a significant role in shaping race relations. The words we use in our daily interactions can either perpetuate stereotypes or promote understanding. For example, the use of racial slurs or derogatory terms can reinforce negative attitudes and contribute to a culture of discrimination. Conversely, using inclusive and respectful language can promote a more equitable society. The use of gender-neutral and racially inclusive language is also important. For instance, using terms like Latinx instead of Latino or Latina can be more inclusive of gender identities within the Latin American community. Similarly, using terms like Black instead of African American can be more inclusive of the diverse experiences and identities within the Black community. Historical context. The historical context of racial language in America is crucial for understanding its impact on race relations. Terms like Jim Crow and segregation evoke memories of systemic racism and discrimination. The use of such terms in contemporary discourse can help to educate the public about the ongoing effects of historical injustices and promote a more nuanced understanding of racial issues. Conversely, the use of euphemisms to downplay the severity of racial injustices can be harmful. For example, terms like states' rights were often used to justify segregation and discrimination during the civil rights era. Understanding the historical context of such language is essential for recognizing its impact on contemporary race relations. Case studies. Several historical and contemporary examples illustrate the impact of wording on race relations in America. For instance, the Black Lives Matter movement has used powerful and inclusive language to challenge systemic racism and promote social justice. Phrases like Black Lives Matter and I Can't Breathe have become rallying cries for racial justice, highlighting the ongoing struggle against police brutality and racial discrimination. In contrast, the use of language by public figures to downplay or deny the existence of systemic racism can be harmful. For example, statements like "all lives matter" or "reverse racism" can be seen as dismissive of the unique experiences and challenges faced by marginalized communities. Such language can perpetuate a narrative that denies the existence of systemic racism and undermines efforts to promote racial justice. Conclusion: the way we word our thoughts and ideas about race significantly impacts race relations in America. From media representation and political discourse to everyday language, the words we use can either perpetuate stereotypes or promote understanding and equality. Understanding the power of language in shaping racial attitudes is essential for fostering a more inclusive and equitable society. By being mindful of the language we use and the narratives we promote, we can contribute to a more nuanced and empathetic national dialogue about race. Thanks for listening. Remember, what you let into your world affects what comes out of your world. Pay attention to what you see and understand what you are doing. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.